This is something that no classroom can ever teach you. No university, no school, no course, neither your parents, no one but basically you. This is something you learn while you live the experience, only by yourself. Hello everyone, my name is Pia and today I want to tell you my top 8 reasons why you should move abroad once in your lifetime if you have the chance. You will definitely learn about yourself more than you think, because once you live abroad, you obviously have to manage everything by yourself. At the beginning, obviously, it can be a bit scary because you're gonna be by yourself. No one is there that you know. And on the other hand as well, when you're at home, living with your parents or close to your parents, close to your loved ones, near to that bubble that you have been growing up, you might not gonna get your full potential because you are keen on doing things for other people, you are pleasing other people rather than just really looking into yourself. So maybe people judging you for things that you really want to do, and that's why you never do them. And when you move abroad, you might not really care about these things because you realize it is your life and you can do whatever you want to, and it's not about pleasing people or do things that people expect from you, and you can go your own ways. So that is really one positive thing when you move abroad. You really get to know yourself deep down in a way that you haven't expected before. Yeah, so when you move abroad, many people of us can benefit while they learn a new language. Learning a new language is something that is just good for your brain health, obviously, and also it's good to connect with other people. You push yourself out of your comfort zone every day, because as soon as you're trying to talk to someone and you're not knowing how to describe yourself, how to order food, how to do basic things in life, you have to step out of your comfort zone, because otherwise you will never get there. So while you mispronouncing vocabulary and using the grammar wrong, you are learning all the time. And it was the same when you were a child. You did things every day and you didn't know how to do them. And that's how we learn. You have to get out of your comfort zone, get uncomfortable, and try to speak a new language when you're in a country with another language, or even at home. It's just something that will definitely benefit you, I promise. And it's such a beautiful empowerment as soon as you really realize, oh my gosh, I can understand this person. Oh my gosh, I can order food in another language. Oh, I can understand my favorite song now. There's so many ways that make you feel so happy once you get to know a new language and you see every week, every month that you learn it actually, and that you understand more and more. And maybe you already speak one other language or maybe 2 other languages apart from your native language, and that's so beautiful. And I think as well, as soon as you learn one more language apart from your native language, so you're having 2 right now, then having a 3rd and a 4th, it will always be easier. As soon as you speak a language fluent or almost fluent, people open more up to you. You live the whole experience, that's it. You live the real experience. So when you move abroad, you obviously have to live independent because no one is there. You're by yourself. You have to make your decisions. You have to do everything independently. No one's basically there to help you, and that is good. That's super good. You are amazing when you are at this step, because now it's on you, and whatever decision you're gonna make, it will be okay. Even if you feel like, that was not the right way, maybe that was not my job I should have taken, maybe that's not the house that I should moved into, that's okay, because you can always change. You can always change it again. And as soon as you know that, nothing is gonna be a failure, because you have learned, okay, I don't like this kind of suburb, I don't like this kind of house, I'm gonna move closer to the beach, I'm gonna move closer to the city. I don't like the job like that, I would love to work in that area. And that's something that just helps you in your whole life. To make decisions can sometimes be hard in every kind of life that you are living right now. And that's just something, when you are independent, you can't really ask someone, so you really have to do it by yourself. That no classroom can ever teach you. No university, no school, no course, no parents, no one, basically. It's just something that you have to learn by yourself. You empower yourself in that moment, and it feels so good. Obviously, you're gonna get to know the country that you're living in when you move abroad. So you'll get to know the lifestyle, you'll get to know the nature if you like to see it. You'll meet new people from that country, you get maybe a glimpse of the mentality, what is happening in that country, maybe about the history as well, things that you don't know basically. And maybe people invite you to their home and you learn about traditions and rituals, and that's so beautiful because it's an exchange. They give something to you and maybe you can share something from your country with them. And there we already are. You will get not just one culture to meet. I think while you're moving abroad, you will get to know a way more cultures, because you will live with other people that are having the same experience as you, just from other countries. So you anyway get to know these cultures or rituals because you're gonna meet these people from those countries. And they probably gonna tell you, okay, this is the music that we're listening right now. This is the food that I love. This is the food that my grandma used to cook for me. I'm gonna show you this recipe that my grandma did when I was young. So, and then you know a recipe from China that someone had shown their grandchildren, and now you know it. The other day I hear something, we're not just this big world anymore, we are all neighbors now. And well, as soon as you live abroad, you feel another kind of diversity. You learn about so many cultures, even in just moving in one other country, because I reckon it is, you live in another country, but then you get alert of all the other people that are also traveling, because you are one with them. You know what I mean? You're not living in your country the same as the people are from other countries. For example, I don't know, from Latin America, from India, from China, from Europe, from anywhere. So in that country that you are, everyone there is not a citizen. And so you've got, with the rest of the world, something in common. And that opens your mind to diversity, because you get in conversations with people from countries that you have never met in your life, and that you probably not were even thinking about in meeting them or visiting those countries. Another thing that it's maybe a bit weird, but I think it's really important right now, is that it looks really good on your CV. Before, we all know that a lot of people kept working in their jobs their entire life, or maybe change it once or twice. But when you change it more times, it was considered as you're not good in what you're doing. But nowadays, it's normal to change your jobs in a while and discover something new, because this is our generation, right? We're always changing our jobs. We're always changing our career. There's some people that have already 3 or 4 occupations, and that's not just a list to tick. It's just because you like to do that. It's something that, you want to keep learning. You're never going to finish learning. You always just learn more, and it doesn't have to be in just one field. It can be in a million of fields, whatever you decide. And so that is the same while moving abroad. It looks good on your CV because you have the encourage to move abroad. You have the encourage to do things by yourself. You can organize yourself. You can make decisions by yourself. You are independent. You can work independent. And you know what you're doing, or you're conscious with yourself and these kind of steps. So that's just a little cherry on top of the cream. How do you say it? I don't know. We have the saying in German, on your CV as well. When you move abroad and live in another place, it will, I think, 100% change your perspective on where you are from, where you've been born, from that country, because you see it from a far away distance relationship, I would say. And over the years, it's probably gonna change more and more. So you will definitely see that the bubble that had been created for you, or that you also created through school to university to, it varies obviously, but you get out of this bubble and you also see this society bubble that had been created from your country. You will see it differently because you're out of that. You don't have anything to do with it anymore, really. Deep down, you are obviously from that part of the earth or the world, but you start to see, for example, politicians different. You will see culture things maybe in a better way, or start to appreciate things that you haven't before. At least this was my experience. As I'm German, I had a lot of issues sometimes being German, and I pushed it away from myself, and I realized that it is not a good thing, because even if I'm German, I can be proud to be German apart from the history, what happened and what all these awful people did to other people in the world back in the past. I don't want to forget about it, but that's not me. I have another beautiful life, and I'm happy to be German, and you should be happy too. It doesn't matter where you are from or what mindset you have about yourself and about that country that you're from, and also about the values. If you go away, you see maybe that your country has so weird values about life and such a weird lifestyle, and once you moved abroad, you see that people somewhere else value totally different things, and this little thing that you always thought it matters so much doesn't matter anymore. So it is definitely so beautiful once you moved abroad to see what your country has and what it doesn't have, and I don't know even how to say more, but it's just beautiful. That's it.